Welcome to Manly Voices.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Manly Voices.
Welcome back to Manly Voices.
Don't you know I'm Evan, also known as Manly Ankles?
What a trauma.
Aw, I'm back again with Gabs.
Gabs is also here.
And your mama.
And your mama.
That your mama, as in Grace. Grace is your mama.
I was seeing if I could just set that on top of your titty and it would stay there.
It's one of my crochet needles.
Grace has nice boobs too.
Concur.
Moving on. We're playing Danganronpa.
Yeah.
It's just like that one episode where we were like, oh, Evan and Grace make love on numerous occasions. She's like, start over. Over. Sorry, babe. We love you.
Yeah, let's bring that up again.
I mean, is it a lie?
No.
Okay, we're Danganronpa. We are Danganronpa.
We
We
are
embodied
all
this game.
Danganronpa.
Every one of us has a red, jagged eye on the left side, and we love putting our friends through killing.
I thought you were just going to say we love pudding, and I was like, do
We
the
also
same.
love pudding. So there you go.
There you go. Anyway,
So we're in the middle of
some of that murder.
we're in the middle of Chihiro's trial. We just found that dear old Chihiro is actually a boy. He had a penis and everything. He was just dressed up like a girl.
For unclear reasons.
Yes. Now we're back.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of a shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up that from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have no problem getting access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
But we wouldn't know because her handbook is missing.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room and then was later moved to the girls' locker room. Then the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Incongruity?
Gross.
This is a most titillating situation!
Genocide check. Yes.
Never a good enough reason to use the word titillating, by the way.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
God, I hate everything about you.
This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
What do you think?
I fucking think he is. I think he's a little shit. I think he's opportunistic.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Oh, F.
But what? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place? He just seems too easygoing about all this, like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too, how can I put it, overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord knowing it would connect him to the murder. At least that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
You are such a garbage boy. Mark it as correct?
He's right. I'm not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it. Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Why?
Well, I find it very hard to believe. Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why'd you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Yeah. Me too, bro. No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight, count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
What a beautiful, beautiful baby.
Anyway, let's discuss all of this as a group one more time. We still have to make our decision.
That's very true. Our lives are all on the line!
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro?
I'm kind of bummed that he's not going to get executed, TBH.
Yeah.
There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
The killer's genocide Jack.
The killer is a guy.
Okay.
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.
Alright. Make your argument. Celeste's account. Alright.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but... I can't read it while it's spinning. Did nobody look at the kitchen?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah, all we need to know right now is any kind of new info.
I lost 5 seconds, sorry.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? Killer, and only the killer.
Got it. Cool.
Take that, you counter!
Break.
Your tiles are no good in this kitchen backsplash.
I was gonna say something about a backsplash. I've watched enough Property Brothers. I know shit about shit.
I believe if someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, I did see them.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That's why you all are making such ugly noises.
Whatever, just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, just before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw them stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed they headed off to exercise.
A track jacket in a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems that likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of evidence.
Did you speak Russian just now, Sakura?
I wish. And that's when
And that's when they said they saw... And that's when they said something that struck me as rather odd.
It's like you give him a really deep voice after looking
all of
at
a
the
sudden,
boy. This completely alters everyone's perception about Chihiro.
Chihiro told me they were in a hurry. But then why would they be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for them, I should think.
So Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
but Hina and I had invited them to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Well, because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever they were meeting with very much. Enough so that they were willing to risk their secret being revealed. Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is...
Her interjections are just so
So hilarious. Is she gonna be Genocide Jill in every trial now?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I don't remember if everyone's, but she does. Genocide Jill
She
becomes
pops out.
regular from now on.
Hell yeah.
The point is, whoever they met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket in the duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for them.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What, you want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it. As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say! But fine, Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. And the bags, all the bags were in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket? Perhaps. Let's explore that. Talk a little bit more about the jacket they took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe.
Alright. We're getting there. Celeste's account. Okay, come on. Okay.
First of all, you know where Chihiro was headed. They're on their way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did they choose that specific tracksuit that they did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit? I got it. He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit's black.
I don't even have a tracksuit,
Same, babe.
because exercising sucks.
That's the real talk.
I have a white tracksuit prop, personally.
Probably.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way, not a chance.
You heard him, right? We just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now really is odd. How did he know something like that?
As long as we're to go exercise, so we have to ask why you choose that specific tracksuit. Maybe he is going to match the culprit.
So what you're saying is, the blue killer's wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No.
My tracksuit's black.
Not him. Not Mondo. Oh, man. No, man. Not Mondo. I really like him.
Alright, I'm gonna see if this truth bullet will work on that statement. Otherwise, we might have to flashback bullet.
So what you're saying is, the blue tracksuit.
Okay.
Counter!
Gab's kind of bummed right now.
Oh, he was one of my buddies.
Evan and I talked about this before she showed up today. Was, well, poor Gabs.
Hold
At
on a
least it
second.
wasn't Taka.
Yeah.
Hold on a second,
I don't
Mondo.
think Taka could ever murder someone.
I don't
She's
think
like,
you could either.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw them stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed they headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You're just...
Hey Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
It was orange.
It like wasn't even blue.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how do you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. Bag and the clothes were thoroughly disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
The only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry, are you talking about Chihiro?
Do any of you lovely voice actors want any water?
That would
I
be
would
so
love
great.
So how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
I'm just hearing all those like aggressive voices on your throat. So I'm like, maybe she doesn't want
Get some water, yeah.
just by chance, I happened to see it last night. He walked past me and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Why, Mondo? Why?
It would appear you've dug your own... Oops.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps, but you handed in the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with. What a bunch of nonsense.
And now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him.
Oh,
The way he talked, the way he was acting.
that's like something I would say.
Seems like we don't get penalized for this, but...
The way he was acting. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dudes. For girls, it's chick. After he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
That's right, actually. I missed that. When he was like,
Dude had a real complex about being weak.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch. You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful
I'm
one.
definitely the frightful one.
I would be frightful of her. Thank you, Grace.
Her and her mysterious gloves.
Never trust someone in gloves. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
Take a hit of that glass of water. Not nearly as
Liquid courage.
frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
Thanks, babe.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
My skin's made of stone.
I didn't kill anyone.
Because he's got a thing against killing women.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Probably the fact that you're a goddamn criminal.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh no, him and Taka and their brotherly relationship.
Yeah.
It's true. My reasoning on that one is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Okay, Hifumi.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Well, I'll tell you next time on Manly Voices.
Aw, shucks. We don't have enough time to finish it out in this episode.
I mean, if you really wanted to, we could make a big, long mega episode in this next
I think we should
episode.
split it.
Okay.
You think... Okay.
I was thinking if there's only like a little bit left, we could push it, but...
We're really close to the end here.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Next time on Manly Voices, we will wrap up this class trial and
You
get
crash
Gabs,
train.
get Gabs off to bed.
Seriously.
Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this episode, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more. And also leave a comment on what other voice adventures you'd like us to do next. Until next time.
Stay hydrated.
That was the sexiest thing I've heard all day.